reconnected.
Really?
We lost contact for like 6 years. We barely reconnected.
Wow.
That leads me back to the point I was trying to make is when you meet somebody who needs rehabilitating to so that they can get back on their own. A woman meets a guy that she feels like she can fix, right? So she's pouring a lot of the energy that can be potentially put to good use in a good relationship. She's focusing all the energy on trying to make the relationship work and helping him become a whole human being. In my opinion, that's taking away from her bettering herself.
Yeah, I agree.
So
that's what I've been working on this year, bettering myself. That's what.
Just all together, just better yourself.
Yeah.
But you yourself, Carol, you said that you met a guy at 19?
18.
Or 18?
Yeah.
And you were together for how long with the guy?
It's still with him, but he's
international.
It's international?
He's in Mexico. She's single out here.
So you're still with the guy?
She's single out here.
I have not had a breakup. I still talk to him on the phone. It's been 2 months since I haven't seen him though.
She's single out here. Remember, we said international.
Okay. Is that like international waters? Is that the rule? Anything can happen in international waters? So I mean, how do you feel about being away from him? Do you want?
I feel lonely. I'm used to him being beside me. He's a good man. He gives me the attention. He appreciates when I bust my ass off.
Yeah.
You know, when he doesn't have a job, and he does the same. I know he won't let me down. You know, so I got nothing bad to say about him.
No, I'm not asking you to say anything. I'm not asking you to say anything bad about the guy. I'm asking your perspective on, because like I said, we have four different dynamics here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have Brandy's dynamic, we have Wes's dynamic, my dynamic, and so I want to see what your point of view is on the in the whole, not the dating thing, the whole relationship thing. You know what I mean? Because like the game we're gonna play in a little bit, because we're like in the same boat, you and I, because we're both in relationships. You know what I mean? We're both in that. We both have long-lasting relationships that have had their ups and downs.
Exactly.
And so there comes a point where you're, like I said the other day, your fucking chips are all in, or I'm gonna fold and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm hearing from Brandy is you were just like, you just got to the point where it's like, I'm fucking out. You know what I mean? I'm done with it. And for all intentional purposes, you're not like some fucking hag or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, no, your personality, and you're bubbly, and you're fairly attractive. You're a fairly attractive woman.
Oh, barely?
No, I mean,
that's
I don't want to get.
That's like a 4 on like the scale of 1 to 10.
I say that because I don't want to get myself in too much trouble.
I want to hear like a 9 or a 10. I'm like a 4 on the scale of 1 to 10.
But you see the tattoos on you, and when you walk into a club or you're one into like that,
I make the party.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like when you go in there, do you have the intention of, okay, we're gonna have fun now, or are you just gonna sit in the corner and be a fly on the wall and watch what's going on?
I walk in and say we're gonna have fun.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm the party. The party don't start till I walk in.
Like that?
Yeah.
So like, what are some of the places like? Do you stay local or like do you go outside the?
Well, I live towards the San Bernardino Grand Terrace area.
Okay.
I used to always hit the Brandon Iron on Wednesday, because it's like more like college nights, 25 and older.
Right.
And that's the you hit up like where chunties are and stuff.
She's speaking to Carol, of course, not to me.
That's not my crap.
not to take me.
To find time for yourself, and when you go out there and do that whole scene, it's been so long since I've done it. That's why I'm asking, because I don't, not that like I intend to go out there and do that, but for me it's intriguing how the younger generation is choosing to fill their time women wise. You know what I mean? How they're choosing to fill, I don't want to say the void, but whatever it is you have going on.
The single life.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I mean, is it scary to you? Is it scary that I mean, is it in your mind? Do you ever come across and go, "Fuck, man! My fucking biological clock is ticking, man. Am I gonna get a husband again? Am I gonna ever have a boyfriend? Am I ever gonna have kids?" I mean, do those thoughts get in your head?
I always wanted to have kids when I was with my ex and stuff, but yeah.
And now?
Someday, yeah, if I find the right guy.
So you're out.
Were you taking precautions not to have kids?
Am I taking precautions?
Were you?
No.
Really?
No.
Was he?
No.
Really?
I think, yeah, no. No.
Was there a
Do
party?
you feel like you dodged a bullet?
Yeah,
Fuck
because I would have
yeah.
been stuck.
Did
with
you not
him.
hear her fucking story?
Yeah, I think God was looking out for me. I don't know.
I mean, honestly though, there wasn't a part of you that thought that if I had a baby, maybe that might turn things around for him?
Yeah. I think every girl thinks that when they're with someone they love, even if he's a total douchebag. Every female thinks that. And I thought that.
So I can totally understand that the sense of relief, and those are things you got to tell yourself, and I tell myself that too, you know. And when you're in it to make it happen. You're in it to win it, as they say.
Yeah.
And you waste a lot of time, but in the end, every individual needs to take that time to get to know who they are and what they like about themselves, and keep friends around that they lose touch. And I'd like to think a good relationship allows room for that.
Yeah.
So you can establish yourself, get to know the things that your partner likes, and support them in that. And if you like something, a hobby, some kind of art,
Comic books.
and if you lose that because you're involved with somebody that you have to compensate for their personality and cut that out, a part of you's dying.
Yeah.
And without acknowledging it or realizing it, there's a resentment there that you can't really. It's not stepping up in front and saying, screw him because he's not making time for me to do my crocheting.
I like sweaters.
All women like crocheting, right?
No.
Well, my grandma does.
Shopping.
Well,
Every woman's hobby, pastime, right?
My last relationship before this one, my son's mother, I told you this. I was into art and I was into the music and everything. Mind you, I was fucking spun out of my fucking mind on dope and drunk. But I would like do a song or I would write like a poem about her or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'd read it to her and she'd be like, okay. And I get that feeling, a sense like you said when you do the art. I'm like, I poured my fucking heart out to you, bitch. What the fuck? The fuck you mean? Oh, that's what I get? Oh, it's fine, you know? Or I would like do a whole composition on it, you know, on the piano and add this and that. And she'd hear it and she'd go, oh, that's great. Bitch, I just spent 6 hours on this shit, man. Fuck, you know? This relationship I have now, just the little things that I do, she recognizes that. And so you see the difference in because I honestly never thought that I was going to find anybody else after, you know, she just like totally destroyed me, crushed me. And you know what that's like at West. You know what that's like to be like just totally fucking, here's your heart, motherfucker, let me stomp on it. And you know.
And living alone and spending enough time.
Cabin fever.
No. The opposite. Moving out and actually living by myself has built up my self-esteem and given me an appreciation. And I've said it before, now there's a filter in my life where not everything is passing through now. I'm not letting anybody, I'm afraid for whoever gets involved with my life because they're going to...
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Don't come any closer.
Take that away from me. I've noticed, I was looking at your profile to get a little feedback on how to approach you and get an idea of where to take the conversation. And you mentioned that you're abstinent and you've been that way for 6 months now, you said? Since November?
7.
Your self-esteem has boosted, right?
Boosted, yeah. Because with him it was really low. And
you also mentioned earlier that it hurt you how much he was attracted to the thinner girl.
Yeah, like toothpick thin, like bony thin.
Right.
With no curves or anything. And I'm very curvy.
Right.
In the right places.
In the right place.
In the right place.
Okay.
You guys need to see the motion she's doing.
Right?
She's doing this belly dance like thing going on.
And
put your shirt down.
And one of the things about me that kind of drives me crazy about Facebook is people invest into the wrong use for Facebook. I think Facebook could be a great marketing tool for a single person. Oh. And people involved in relationships or who have children and stuff, it gives you a unique perspective as to who they are psychologically. Mm-hmm. I see single mothers out there that are posting pictures of how they look as if they're about to go out to a club, and about 15% of the posts have anything to do with the children in their lives. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you kind of get an idea of what to expect with that person. Yeah. You know, they're obviously way more focused on the superficial side of life. I noticed I got that false impression from you. I looked at your profile and I see one of your latest posts is a picture of you like you're about to go out and you're showing a profile.
Was it like
body
15
shot of
minutes
you
ago?
And I immediately like, okay, well this girl's obviously into herself. But I noticed some of the things that your friends are saying, and I'm starting to gather
That's 'cause
you've
I
lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's cool. And it gives me also a line of questioning that I think is interesting.
40 pounds.
40 pounds, that's great.
Wow.
How much has that affected your confidence in the single person's dating perspective?
It affected it a lot more because I didn't realize how much weight I had gained though. Because everyone was still saying I look good. I gained it last year when I was single because I was drinking so much and stuff. So I gained it real quick. I didn't realize how much I had gained. I thought I still looked the same in the mirror, so I didn't realize it until I noticed that my jeans were fitting and stuff. And I was like, wow, I really gained a lot.
That's
and then,
cool.
And then I saw my pictures and I was like, oh my God, I really look like that. So I lost the weight, and then when I started fitting in a lot smaller, it affected a lot. I felt more confident. I started going out more and I felt more sexier and stuff, and that's why I posted those.
That's cool.
Pictures.
That's totally
more,
cool.
Do you have more swag now?
A lot more swag. Shoot.
Okay.
No.
Do the tattoos give you a sense of like
I
when
love
you go,
my tattoos.
No,
yeah.
but when you go out, like I know you're
badass. No.
Yeah, no, not badass, but like you're showing off like your colors. You know what I mean? When you're out there, you know. I'm sure you're not going to clubs and you're wearing, you know.
No, I always show them off.
Is it angled for a sex appeal type thing?
The tattoos?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Liar.
Maybe,
hook her up to one of those machines.
It's on your skin, and you want people to look at your skin.
Yeah, especially the ones on my chest, because then people.
How long? When did you start? Really putting the effort into the tattoos?
A year and a half ago.
So within a year and a half,
Like,
you got all those. You have all those tattoos.
Did that have anything to do
after
with?
the breakup?
Really?
That's when I started really getting up.
When did did you focus on losing weight, or was it kind of went with the territory? Maybe people lose weight during depression. People change.
I focused on losing weight.
Really?
Or using
did the tattoos come into that?
I was working out and I was watching what I ate, and I was working out really hard, like 5 times a week. I really focused on it. Yeah, I focused on it really hard.
So the end result is you're happy with what you have right now.
Yeah, I still want to.
Well, I don't want to harp on the subject of losing weight. That's something.
That's not what the show's about.
No.
That's not where I wanted to take it. I wanted to make this one point. You put a lot of effort into losing the weight. I've always thought it would be awesome to meet a woman who's very attractive, who was overweight, and has worked to become thinner. Because in the back of her mind, she knows what it's like to be pretty, but not be hung up on the fact of, I could use all of this to gain from it. I've built up myself as a person. I've taken care of myself. I've gotten a job. I'm independent. I am emotionally stable. I've spent enough time in this life to get an idea of who I am. And you know what? Now I feel like I need to start paying attention to me and losing weight and build on that, the outside. And a lot of women who are pretty, who have always been pretty and thin, are riding on those laurels, are using that as an excuse to win the relationship when there's no effort into who they are as a person. And so when they get involved with somebody and then 2 personalities start conflicting because they don't know how to identify themselves getting involved in a relationship, and now they're like, well, you make me feel this way. Well, I don't know how to feel this way because I don't even know,
motherfucker.
I don't know how to feel about myself. I feel weird sleeping next to you because once I sober up, I don't know how to get along with you. Were you overweight up until recently, or did you gain weight in the relationship?
No, I've always gone up and down. Like when he was locked up for a year, I went up and then I lost the weight. And then I always go up like 2 sizes and then go back down. So it goes back and forth, back and forth. Vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle.
Women's vicious cycle. Yeah. What should I say?
So let's switch gears here. Let's get into this. I've actually pulled some stuff off the internet. It's really fun stuff. You say you go out a lot and you do and So one of my questions to you is,